so the question that we do have here says to us, the box shown is used to pack 80 rectangular chocolate bars. The measurements of the box, so we have the length, which is 28 centimeters, we have the width, which is 15 centimeters, and we have the height. So we've got the length. The length is normally the longer side. So whenever you are told about the length and you're like, what is the length? The length is the longer side, okay? And then we've got the height, which is from the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top. And then the width, which is the shorter side over there. And then number 3.1.2 says to us, again, we're given all these formulas. It says to us, calculate the volume of the box. Super easy, 2 marks, running away with all those marks, right? So the volume of the box in this particular case would then be, that is going to be 3.2.1. The volume that we are given, length times breadth times height, and then also, I'm going to use it the way that they've given it to us. So breadth and height is the same thing. Length times width times height. So it does not matter which one you use. It is the same thing, but in some questions they will use it as width and some as breadth. So let's go and see the height in this particular case. The length in this particular case is 28. And the nice thing about this is that all of them have the same unit of measurement, so there's no conversion that needs to be done in between. Times 15, and the height is 8. So let's just move it to the side over there. 28 times 15 times 8, 3,000, again a nice big number, 3,360. 3,360 centimeter or cubic centimeters is the volume in this particular case. 3.2.2, determine the thickness of a chocolate. So we want now the thickness of a chocolate if the area of its base is 35 centimeters square. What do I love about this question? Not everything is as it seems, okay? So we are given the formula, but now we need to manipulate the formula. Let's go in and see how we are going to manipulate this particular formula. It says to us, we need to use volume is equals to area of base, which we are given. So area of base times thickness. And I said to you guys, thickness is just a fancy word for height. So don't be scared whenever you see the word thickness. Don't sit there and think, oh my gosh, because sometimes the textbooks we use don't use thickness, they use height. The area of the box we've been given is 35. So it says to us that the area of the base of the box is 35. Okay, so we know that's 35 centimeters square. Okay, that's fine. Times thickness. And we know that the thickness of this particular, so it says to determine the thickness. Okay, so thickness. So thickness is within there. Okay, stunning. But in order for us to be able to calculate this, it means that we need to know the volume of this chocolate. It's important for us to know this V over here. And without us knowing the volume is going to be very, very difficult. How are we going to do this particular one? The clue that we have been given is that 80, we know that 80 of these are able to fit into this particular box, okay? This particular box that we are given has a height that it has already. So we need to be able to take this chocolate and fit it into the box. And in order for us to be able to take this chocolate and fit it into the box, we know there's 80 of them, meaning that we can calculate the volume of the chocolate. tricky, ne? It is a tricky one. It is out of 4 marks. So let's go first, before we can calculate and manipulate this formula. Let's go first go and try and calculate the volume of one slab of chocolate. What do we know already? We know that the volume of the box, let's make that a bit neater. The volume of the box, we've calculated the volume of the box, remember, is 3,360. We know that. And what else do we know? We know that we can fit 80 slabs in there, okay? And because we can fit 80 slabs into that particular box, we can then find out the volume of each slab, okay? So divide that by 80 slabs. Let's hope this works out. 3,360 divided by 80 slabs. So it means that the volume of one slab is 42. So one slab is 42. So I'm going to say one slab. And the reason why I'm doing that is so that I can find the volume. One slab of chocolate is 42 cubic centimeters, okay? It's going to be smaller, obviously. We take that 42 and we go and we plug it into the formula that we had. So we said the volume that we need to use. So volume of slab, I'm going to say volume of slab, is equal to, it said to us we need to use that 35 times the thickness, which is the area, times the height or the thickness. Okay, I'm going to make it height or thickness. So I go and I say 42 because that's the volume that I was looking for. 35. And then we are looking for that height over there. So we're going to manipulate our formula. I know maths literacy learners have a very big problem when it comes to manipulation of formulas. Do not be scared. Because on this particular side, we are working with multiplication. We're going to do the inverse of multiplication. So we're going to divide both sides by 35. And if we divide both sides by 35, this is what's going to happen for us. Divide by 35. Divide by 35. What am I doing? I'm trying to get rid of this 35 over here so that I can be left with only the height. Okay? So please be super careful. So I say that 42 divided by 35, that gives me, so whenever I have a fraction for an answer, which is 1 1/5, I just press my change over there. It will give me another fraction. And if I press change again, it will give me 1.2. So it's super important for you to know how to use your calculator as well. So I have 1.2. Okay, and then this side I'm left with the height. But what is the unit of measurement given throughout here? It's in centimeters. So my height or my thickness is 1.2 centimeters. I just want to say to you, that for me was not easy from the word go. I was sweating a little bit for a moment there. So you need to breathe a little and think of what you are being asked and what could be missing. What could I be missing here in order for me to do what I need to do? Okay, sweat a bit. It's okay to sweat. So I used everything that I was given, and the clue that I was given was that 80 slabs can fit into this particular box. So now I can find the volume of one slab. Yes, so that's how you need to approach these type of questions.